Okay, so every season I do a seasonal DNF video, books that I did not finish that season, as well as a seasonal haul. We're coming to the end of fall, start of winter on my side of the hemisphere. So it's time for those videos. I've combined them this time because I didn't quit on very many books this season. But before we get into the video, a sponsored unboxing. So Book of the Month is a subscription box that helps people to discover the best new release, early released, and debut adult fiction books. They offer 5 new releases every month, and members get to pick one to be shipped to their home. Or if you want more, in addition to one of their featured boxes, members can add up to 2 featured books, trending books, or previous books as add-ons to their monthly purchase. And members can skip a month anytime they want with no penalty. So the December books are In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. A woman in the pursuit of happiness is caught in a time loop in this holiday rom-com, brimming with Yuletide cheer. This is an author duo that I have read several of their books and will be reading this one. This Close to Okay, a near tragedy brings together 2 lonely strangers who might just have the ability to save each other's lives. I'm very interested in this. The Wife Upstairs, a twisty Southern Gothic about a rich husband, his young fiance, and unanswered questions about his missing wife. Again, I'm interested. The Office of Historical Corrections, sharp, insightful, compulsively readable. This story collection cuts right to the heart of any contemporary African life. Also interested in this one. And People Like Her, warning, this addictive suspense about an influencer and one creepy follower might just make you swear off your phone. Definitely not reading this because I don't need to be terrified. So head over to bookofthemonth.com to get your first books. And in December, your first box is only $5 if you use the link in the description of this video. Okay, the book that I DNF'd or did not finish first is The Bat. This is my first Scandinavian crime novel that I have tried, and I got halfway, I think. And my situation with murder mysteries is that I oftentimes will be really interested in the beginning and really interested in the end, and the middle usually loses me. I'm usually ready to move on from questioning people and suspects and the detective trying to solve the mystery. I'm usually done with it before the author is done with it, and I'm ready to move on. Actually, tomorrow's video, I'm reviewing a murder mystery that I did see through to the end, and I had the same experience, and I ended up putting that one down in the middle and reading something else and then coming back to it. So anyway, that's the same experience I had with this one. It was an interesting setup, but near the middle, I was just ready to move on to other things. And I happened to be reading several books at the time that I was casually enjoying, but nothing that I was loving. So I was really trying to power through a couple of them that I was enjoying a little bit more, and then my plan is to come back to this eventually. I still haven't picked it back up. Maybe someday I will, but this is just kind of my pattern with murder mysteries. I either quit in the middle or I will put it down for a while, read other things, come back to it. So the book didn't really do anything wrong. I just lost interest and will probably come back eventually. Maybe. I don't actually know. So that was the book that I quit on this month. I am going to be reading another Scandinavian crime in January because it's the buddy read of The Public Server, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. So hopefully I'll do that one right. Now on to the haul. So these are the books that I bought from October to, at this point in December, mid-December. First book is The Sword of Kaigon. This is a book that my friend Brittany highly recommended to me. She'll be linked in the description. She is confident. We have very similar taste in books, and she is confident that I will like this one. So I bought it. I still haven't read it because it does this thing, especially at the beginning, where it has, I don't know if they're flashback sections, but it's a good chunk of text written in italics, which is very difficult on my dyslexia. So I'm going to get the audiobook and I'm going to read it, and I hope to read it soon. Actually, my friend Michael, who will also be linked in the description, just finished this, and he had a big book hangover for it, which then just made me that much more sure that I'm going to really enjoy it. Jamaica Inn and Frenchman's Creek are 2 du Maurier novels that I bought because I'm obsessed with this author now. I actually am reading a short story by her in December, and then I'll probably be reading these ones in January and February because I need my du Maurier fix often. Now that I've gotten into her work, I love her work. So I bought these because these are ones that a lot of commenters have said, read these books by Du Maurier if you're loving her work, and I am. The Humans, which was recommended by another friend, G. Wow, I'm picking up a lot of books by friends, recommended by friends. G will also be linked in the description of this video. So what I know about this book, actually I've already started it. I'm a whole 20 pages in, just started it. But it is from the perspective of an alien who, as I understand it, has come to Earth for a reason. I think he's studying humans, and well, I guess the title. Okay, he's studying humans and he's writing a report to send back. That's what the first 20 pages have told me. And I think it's going to be a speculative fiction, potentially a cross between science fiction and literary fiction. I'm not positive yet, but it seems very introspective. There have already been several lines that I've underlined or that I've like taken note of because I expect it to all come back to certain things in these first pages. I'm already really enjoying it. So that's cool. You'll know how I felt about it soon. I got the first 6 volumes of One Piece because, well, first of all, people keep recommending this manga to me, but also one guy has recommended it to me so many times that at one point he changed his YouTube name to Murphy, Read One Piece. Sir, I bought these because of you. And I have read the first volume so far, and I enjoyed it quite a lot, actually. And we'll be continuing on. I know that it's about 100 volumes long. It'll take me a while to get through it. I'm gonna balance it out with other mangas and graphic novels while I read it, so it'll take me a long time to get through it, but hey, I've started. Next book I bought was Legendborn. I picked this up off of the recommendation of Q and TG, which their channel will be linked down below as well. I've actually been obsessed with their content lately, so please go check them out and show them some love. They're 2 best friends that review books together, and their content is fantastic. But anyway, Legendborn is a YA fantasy, and it's about a girl who's recently, I think she's lost her parents, and she's gone off to join this secret society called the Legendborn, and they are hunting these creatures that are attacking their world. And the way Q and TG described this book, they put a big emphasis on how much grief is explored in this story. And if you've hung out with me for a while, you know that that is a theme that I really enjoy exploring in books. So I instantly wanted to pick it up. Plus, the cover is gorgeous. Not trying to be shallow, but also it's a little bit shallow. I wanted this cover. So this is another one that I plan on reading really, really soon. And the final books that I bought in this season, they haven't actually come in the mail yet, but they're arriving. Some of them are arriving tomorrow, some of them are arriving a little bit later, but I'll put them on the screen. House in the Cerulean Sea, this one, the January poll for our Patreon, one of our Patreon buddy reads, and I'm gonna read it. And one of my friends over on the server, she's actually a mod on the server, has been obsessed with this book for a while. So the whole server is pretty excited to read it together. I also bought The Woman in Black, which is a gothic horror ghost story. I love gothic horror, so this is just next on my list of gothic stories that I can't wait to explore. I don't know much about it, but I'm really excited about it. I've had my eye on it for a long time. And Royal Assassin, I'm finally moving forward with the Farseer trilogy. I read the first book last year and I enjoyed it, but I never continued on even though I had planned to. And then several of my friends have been reading the Farseer and the Elderling, is that correct? The whole universe that Robin Hobb has written, and they're obsessed with her books. So I figured it's time for me to move forward. I bought the second book so that I can be reading that soon as well. So those are all the books that I quit and bought in the last season. Let me know which of these books you're interested in or you have read and you'd like to hype for me, you'd like for me to pick up really soon. Check out my Patreon if you want to buddy read some books with me or read some of my own writing. I post videos every Tuesday through Friday. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.